everybody's doing well. Happy Friday, by the way. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. So let me make sure we're live. It says we're live right now. So let me make sure that few people join before I even start the live. Don't know what the reading is going to be about. Other than the fact that it is Venus Day. You guys know that I like to do my messages on Venus Day. So okay. So let's move this here. And I'm chilling like a villain. I hope everybody's doing good. Okay, so I'm gonna hey Yuna. I have to see the chat. So I'm gonna leave this phone here, so I can see the chat and everything. Because I could barely see it from here. My eyesight is not too good. And I don't have moderators right now. So on that I could see that I know this deck. I'll make sure. Okay, it's not upside down. I'm gonna use the Egyptian Star Oracle. This is a new deck that I got in the mail today, so I can't wait to use it. Actually, I got it in the mail yesterday. I opened it today. I got it this morning out the mailbox, but it actually came yesterday, so I'm excited. And I'm gonna use the Mythical Goddess Tarot and my favorite oracle to kind of leave the reading off on a good note with the Magical Spirit Oracle deck as well. So let's just tap in. Happy Venus Day. Shout out to my fellow goddesses out there, divine feminine energies. You are appreciated. You are loved. Okay. And I have something I want to do for you guys too at the end. So y'all better stick around, okay? You better not go nowhere, okay? Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Okay. Okay, let me pray. Maybe that's what it is. Let me center. So happy Friday, everybody. Some of you guys, your Friday's already over. Some of you, it's not even Friday. Some of you, it's some other day. I don't know. Thank you, Divine Source God, Divine Mother, Source God. I thank you, Holy Spirit, my angels that divinely assist me, guide me, protect me, my ancestors, my divine ancestors who walk the path of truth and light and love and integrity and divine wisdom. All the earth angels, I appreciate you guys as well. Those who come into my life, it's a blessing as to minister to my heart, to challenge me, to trigger me, to love me. My subscribers, I appreciate you guys as well. Those who are new, who are showing love, greetings. I pray that this message be of healing and of light and of servitude in a positive way, that it sparks transformation and evolution, that it hits in the soul and the spirit in the way that it's meant to. I pray for divine wisdom and discernment for us all, that only what needs to come through comes through clearly, purely, and accurately in the best of my capabilities. May our hearts be open to receive the message. May our ears be tuned in to hear and listen clearly to the message. May our spiritual eyes be open to see the message as it's meant to. Guide me to the cards. Help me to interpret the cards in the way that you want me to interpret them, Holy Spirit. Amen and Ashe. Okay. All right. And I pray for divine protection around this message in this reading. So let's start off with the tarot. Okay. Spirit. I just feel like this message is going to be for divine feminine energy. It is going to be for the womb space, the mother energy. Whether you are a mother or not, you are significant. Your space, you are a portal of life, creation, inspiration, motivation. You provoke a change. You provoke empowerment in people. You may even be someone that intimidates, or where people don't understand you. Your energy may be something that is an anomaly to a lot of people, where they don't know how to receive you, and it's not a reflection of some sort of lack inside of you, but that you are meant to spark. You are meant to provoke something in a person, people around you. My sis, Tori, I don't want to share her business ideas. I'm going to try to word this differently, just to protect that. But I do get a strong message around flowers. And I can't remember if it was like a general reading or was it a personal reading I did for someone, where I suggested that they do a spiritual cleanse and buy flowers, or I think it was roses. Buy roses, like different colors of roses that represent different things for them. So like when you do your spiritual cleanse, the deepest dark red rose can represent your wound space, your cleansing of your wound or trauma, or it could be to ignite more passion, creativity, more sensuality. The pink flowers can represent self-love and beauty. Like, so I was led to do a spiritual bath, and this message came to me probably this week or last week. I can't remember. She would know. I think it was definitely a personal reading. And a friend of mine, she was saying that I needed to do a spiritual cleanse, and she was suggesting I work with roses as well. So something with roses, like, it's always a thing, but find a flower that represents your energy and maybe take a spiritual bath with it. But I was guided to, I have sunflowers and I have these blush pink roses that I was guided to use in my bath today. And I dedicated each rose, 3 roses, to different things I needed to cleanse and work on. So the first one I used on my face, my head, my neck, my throat chakra, my lips, my eyes. I cleansed them, and I said different prayers and affirmations as I was doing it, and sending love to myself. And I felt the healing. So I started crying. I felt myself taking in the love. Then the other ones I used to, the other one, I think I don't remember what I did with it. One of them I used for something different, and I don't remember, but this one I used, or one of the roses, or one of the 3 I used to wash my feet, wipe my feet with it, which represented my path, my walk, me being of service, me walking in purpose, me walking in my divine purpose, walking in love, walking in my true identity. So I use that for that. And then my sunflowers, I use those for my solar plexus and my womb space. So I resonate with those flowers specifically. I was guided to get them for a specific reason. And I felt immediately, like I said, I felt the healing, I felt the love. And once I let the water out, that was me releasing and cleansing whatever I needed to. So I'm going to keep these flowers and give them back to the earth. I'm going to probably ground them, bury them, or just give them back to the earth, because something sacred. I don't just want to just throw them away or something like that, and trash or some shit. I'm not doing that. So let's tap in. I want to see what the message is. So if you feel led to do that, most definitely do that, or any flowers you feel guided to. But I just dedicated different flowers to different things, different points in my body that I was guided to, send energy to. So you have compassion. And my deck, I have it upside down. Okay, so you have number 3, C's of compassion. So this would be the 3 of cups in this deck. So most definitely, I feel like emotionally right now, you may feel very overwhelmed right now for whatever reason. Some of you guys may have different dragons that you need to slay, or you feel like you have so many different challenges coming at you, And it could be 3 specific things because there's 3 different dragons on this card. And we are in the year of the dragon. So there's something significant about you're making progress. Okay, you're making progress. Maybe we're in ways that you don't see it. You don't see it for yourself, or maybe other people can see it, but you don't see it for yourself right now, or it's just because you're in the midst, you're in the thick of it. Some of you guys may need to work on your heart chakra, your root chakra, and your third eye chakra. Forgiveness, 6 of fire, which is the 6 of wands. It has a sacred heart on it. So definitely some heart chakra work is needed. And there's like kind of looks like there's a chain around this person's heart. So there could be some type of heart chakra blockage or something or someone that you need to forgive. And I feel like that's going to be maybe for some of your biggest challenges, forgiving someone or forgiving yourself. Once you do that, there's a break. It's also maybe stagnating, or like it's a stifling energy around like passion, or you feel kind of like some of you may feel a sense of boredom, flatline energy, like not a lot of excitement, or when it comes to maybe matters of the heart or love, maybe there's a lack of excitement or joy around that. And Spirit saying to release whatever that resentment is, whether it's towards yourself and or others. Mama Gaia, the World card. Yeah. There's a lot of transformation happening. Some of you guys might be drawn to the snake right now, or snakes could be symbolic for your transformation. It doesn't have to be anything dark or negative or whatever, deceptive. I feel like this represents your transformation, and there's a butterfly in the garden with her, and I see some red roses here too. Red roses, and there's some yellow flowers around her, some plants, some deep roots here too. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like you need to really wrap yourself in love right now. And there could be someone around you that has this mothering, nurturing energy, or you could feel the lack of that. But open yourself up to it energetically and give that to yourself, regardless of your gender, whether you are a man or woman, does not matter. But I feel like, especially for the women, feminine energies, like it's important for you to give back to yourself right now. And it is National Women's Month or something. I know I could be wrong. I don't know if it's a day or a month. I think it's a month. But give that energy back to yourself. Okay. Move forward. There was something that I was listening to last night. It's a lady that I like to listen to. She's like a prophetic channel. And she was saying that your ships are coming in. She was saying that your companionships, relationships, partnerships. She was just naming all these words that had ship at the end. Like these are the blessings, these are things that are coming in. So that may also be the reason in preparation as to why Spirit is calling you to heal, calling you to forgive certain things and certain people, forgive yourself, wrap yourself up in love and nurture yourself. Like if no one else gives it to you, you have to water your own garden. You have to take care of your own roses if nobody else does. You have to know that you are a beautiful fixture in the world around you, regardless. I say that all the time. Like, no matter where you are planted, no matter where your environment is, a rose or flower, it is a beautiful extension to an environment, no matter where it is. If you see it on the side of the road or the street, or you see a rose somewhere just floating in the water somewhere, it's something that you're going to look at and be like, oh, that's beautiful, regardless of where it is. So that's your energy. And I don't just mean just a physical beauty, mainly your energy. What else, Spirit? Joy, 9 of Cups. So it's the sea. The sea, you have 2 cards talking about the sea, the oceans. Dolphins may resonate with you guys as well. I know dolphins can be divine messengers of like of protection, guidance. Can also be like a playful energy, lighten up type of energy. Could also sometimes, for me personally, like soulmate energy, but take it as it resonates. Um, some of you guys may be needing to go to the ocean if you can. And some of you guys need some sun too. You need some sunlight. At the bottom of the deck, you have Sophia with the wise one, pregnant, and she's transmuting the energy of light from her hands. You guys are healers, and some of you guys are, yeah, I feel that. Okay. These dragons that you have to slay, whatever they are personally for you, for some of you, it's three major things that you're tackling, and it's forgiveness, or three people that you need to forgive in your life, like three major energies. Once you like really tap into that forgiveness and forgiving yourself around in these situations, it's going to it's going to unlock a potential, something inside of you, that this healing energy that you have. That is why, like, sometimes we kind of have to go through this pilgrimage, or we have to go through this initiation of kind of like rising up to the occasion. And I don't know why Spirit's showing me Harry Potter. And I think there's like a few scenes where they actually are on dragons, right? I think they're flying on dragons. I can't remember. But I kind of get like this apprenticeship type of vibe where you haven't tapped into your full potential. So you can't fully see yourself right now. So it's kind of like you may see yourself as kind of small, or just kind of like this humble, like, yeah, I know I have the ability to do this. And yeah, I know this, and that's beautiful. Like, not to be like too ahead of yourself or thinking you're better than anybody, but it's like you have to know, like, I'm good at what I do, or I'm good, or I'm gifted in this, or no one else is like me. That is a blessing. That is a gift. I'm my own person. Whatever that is, there's this untapped energy that you haven't gotten to yet. And I feel like you're going to birth it, but you have to go through this process here of compassion with yourself, maybe compassion for others, to forgive, and to come into this place with yourself, like where you nurture and you mother yourself. Like, think of yourself as like the perfect mother in your mind. How and what does that look like? What does that feel like? And what does that look like to you? And how, if you were to parent yourself, how would you do that? Whether you're a man or a woman. So for a woman, what type of nurturing would you wish to receive? What type of mothering did, even if you didn't have that, if you didn't get it, or you feel like, I wish my mother did more of this or was like this, do that for yourself. As a man, same thing. Whatever you feel like you did not receive, or you feel makes the perfect nurturer or mother, give that back to yourself. Okay. And be open to receive that from others who have that nurturing energy. And it doesn't have to be in the form of a woman. It could be anyone that has that nurturing spirit, that nurturing energy. But you are shedding your skin. You're going through a transformation. And it's funny because you have the dragon and the snake totems here. The Chinese zodiac that we're in right now is the wood dragon. Next year, we'll be moving into the Chinese zodiac of the snake. So, sometime between this year and next year is going to be significant. And if you're watching this outside of those timelines, there's something significant with the totem of dragons and snakes. Both serpent energy, technically. Let's see what's at the top of the deck. You have number 3 with the light, fire, 3 of fire, which is the 3 of wands. Okay. Her eyes are closed, but her third eye is open. So it's I feel like spirit is saying, like, you may be on a spiritual level, able to see the things that are coming in for you, the ships that are coming in. And instead of looking at what you don't have right now, or the fact that it hasn't come yet, or this hasn't manifested for me, or I don't know if it's going to, be in the spirit of delightfulness right now. And I know that's not easy to do, but sometimes when we have this pridefulness of life where woe is me, or I'm entitled to this, and because it's not here and it's not happening, we don't have gratitude. We're not thankful, and that's not a good thing, because there's always something to be grateful and thankful for. Even when things look bad, when things look shitty, you know, there's always something to look forward to. There's always something to be grateful for, where you could say, well, I may not be here or have this, but at least this. And I know, like, there's always something. Hey, sis. How are you, Tori? How are you, my sister? I'm going to pull from the Egyptian Oracle. If I can, I'm going to read the book too, because they have, it's like a system, this deck. So with this deck, Spirit, by this time next year, like when you look back, your life is going to be different. And I mean, technically, like if you really, even if you feel like you're still in the same place that you've always been, look a little more deeper and you'll find that you're not the same person, or something about your life significantly has shifted for the better. And if you find that it's not that way, it's your duty and your mission and your purpose. It's up to you, you know, your free will to shift that for yourself. Understand divine timing too. Like certain things, just you have to allow yourself to grow. You have to allow yourself to expand, and it's not an overnight thing. Flowers don't just grow without some sort of assisting, whether it's the sunlight, whether it's the water, the soil, whatever. It doesn't just happen on its own, whether it's bees or whatever, something that is helping the process along. You have to pour into yourself. You have to. Things are not going to change until you change inside. And I know that sounds like beating a dead horse and it's annoying, but it's true. You know, it's true. If you want more love, you have to love yourself. And what I mean by that is, if you want more love, loving yourself means that when I'm not receiving what I deserve, I'm not being treated with love, kindness, respect, whatever, compassion, gentleness, whatever it is that you deserve to receive in love. When you see that you're not, you make that conscious decision, because you love yourself, to say, I'm not putting up with this, I'm not putting up with that. And you make yourself available, and you show up and you hold yourself to a standard and a requirement, and for others to respect and love you. So if you want more love, you have to love yourself. If you want more abundance, you have to believe that you're worthy of that. Make yourself available for that. Practical things, you know, that lead to that, whether it's a change in a job, or, you know, following and taking on a business opportunity, or, you know, making some sort of sacrifice that maybe you don't want to make. You might have to sell something. You know what I mean? Like, there's practical steps. You are capable of shifting and changing your life. Yes, with the help of the divine and your divine team. Yes, but it starts with you as well. Destruction of enemies. Number 26. We love to see it. Not to be messy, but you know, it is what it is. Writing or a person's legacy. Interesting. Resurrection with Osiris, authority and power. Yeah. I had this conversation with a lovely lady. Shout out to her. And we were just talking about like power, people in positions of power that kind of like adopted themselves in a position that's not for them. And we're all called to our own path, our own purpose. We are gifted certain things for a reason, because that is ours. It is something that we're meant to have personally, to give, to share, of course, but we're given certain tasks and certain gifts and talents and things like that, because everybody has something unique that they're assigned to. So it doesn't really benefit us to covet and be like, well, why can't I be more like that person? And why do they get to have this? And why do they get to have that? Focus on your own plate, because we all have something significant that we bring to the world. It is a disservice to other people when we hold all of that, when we hide it, and I said this in another message, but what I'm getting here is that certain energies, whether this is like a global, because I feel like this could be a global, like collective thing where people in power, and I've been saying this for the last couple of years, that people that are in power, there's going to be a shift in that. These are people that are going to be dethroned, because they're not for the people. They're not for the shift and the change and the evolution. They're not about love and integrity. They're not moving in divine wisdom and love. They're moving in destruction. And you see the results of centuries and centuries and centuries of destruction and false sense of power and entitlement. And that system, that program, that just that whole energy, that vibration is being dismantled. Not to say that it's just going to happen overnight or it's just the whole world is going to be perfect per se, but in a sense that people that really truly have a voice, and they may not be people that look powerful or have the fancy titles and all of that, but they have a voice. They're called, they're chosen, and you are one of those people. In the path that you're on, I wouldn't even worry about haters. I wouldn't worry about naysayers. I wouldn't worry about enemies, whatever, because anything or anyone that comes in your path, they don't have a problem with you. They got a problem with the person that assigned you, who gave you your gifts, who gave you your calling, who gave you your spiritual, divine, blessed, beautiful identity. So they don't have a problem with you. They got beef with the creator. And anybody that's in the way of that, spirit don't have no problem with removing them, whatever that means, because this person's beheaded in this card and they carrying his head on. They're carrying his, I don't know. I'm going to read these cards. Some of you could, let me see. It says the Osiris card, resurrection. It says God of the afterlife and fertility. So you have to die energetically, spiritually speaking. A part of you has to die, will no longer serve you or never did serve you. Those parts of yourself are dying in order for you to birth yourself. And like I said, at the bottom of the deck was the delight card, but the wise woman with Sophia, she's pregnant. And there's a light, there's like a beam of light in all points of her, like all centers of her, but in her hands as well. You have healing hands, or there's power in whatever you create, whatever you mold, whatever you cultivate, whatever you touch. It's powerful, it's healing. So I'm going to start off with, let me see. I don't know if they start off with the letter A first or the numbers first, because they have letters too, like the alphabet. No, those are letters. So the letters are the majors, but this is an oracle deck, but these are the major gods. So the letter A is Osiris. So let's look at the numbers first. So number 26, destruction of enemies, which is, let me see, 124. Okay. It says transliteration. The Egyptian name, I don't know how to pronounce them, but it's 𝗛𝗽𝗃𝗃. The Egyptian calendar dates are 1st Shemu 11 through 20. So I don't know how to read the Egyptian calendar. I'm probably going to look it up. I need to look it up. The mineral is gold. Okay, so the meaning is the destruction of enemies. Most people in the modern era don't have a pressing need to behead their enemies the way that 𝗛cie𝗂𝗿 did. But this card deals with more than just enemies who are attempting to take your throne. It includes anyone who's attempting to destroy your serenity, peace, and joy. You can surely think of at least one or two people whom you want to leave you alone or with whom you have been in conflict. This card also can refer to spiritual enemies. This deacon focuses really on the overthrowing of spiritual forces. So if you are up against a spiritual adversary, then 𝗛𝗃𝗃𝗃 is indicating that you will emerge victorious. If this card is found in conjunction with any other card that involves conflict, it is a sure sign of success in a dispute. Okay. See. And then number 27 is 𝗛𝗃𝗃𝗃, and the dates are the 1st Shemu 21 through 30. So I don't know if that's like the 21st to the 30th. I don't know. And the minerals are jasper and gold. So maybe work with some gold and some jasper if you're led to. This card meaning is authority and power are all too often viewed as external forces that work against you. However, if you can recognize you have power that is sometimes hidden deep beneath a seemingly weak exterior, then you can rise to your full potential. Come on now. Remember the pharaohs of Egypt were human beings just like you. Depending on your personal circumstances, this card may be a call to action that is telling you to stand up for yourself. It may also indicate a problem with an authority figure that will need to be dealt with in the near future. It could represent an oppressive situation in which you feel as though you are the one who has been grabbed by the hair, and is currently stuck in an unpleasant situation. Okay, not for long. Not for long, boo. Not for long. Yes, indeed. Okay, number 31. Okay. So, Arit, which is Egyptian calendar, the 3 or 3rd. I don't know what these are. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to look it up for you guys, and then I'm going to probably put it in the community post because I have no idea. And the mineral is garnet and gold. Okay. So the meaning of this card, which is writings or a personal legacy. Hey, writing of a personal legacy. This card should make you consider the legacy you leave behind in the form of the story of your life. Saw's role is roughly analogous to Christianity's Saint Peter in the pearly gates, who reviews all things you have done before allowing you into heaven. How will you have remembered? How will you be remembered by those you leave behind? Have you made a positive impact on anyone? And whose life have you enriched besides your own? Art also deals with the art of writing, the craft of telling stories and conveying information. If you are a writer, this card is a clarion call to embrace and develop your talent. Okay? You have never considered writing before? Now may be the time to begin. Even journaling for a few minutes every day can help you sort out your thoughts and bring fresh perspectives to your life. The final aspect of this card could involve a legal issue in the form of a contract, license, or other official documents. So far, what I'm gathering from this is some of you guys, you have the gift of writing some form of expression, or you are meant to share your story, your testimony. Maybe some of you are meant to write a book about your life story. And it could just be like kind of make it fictional, or kind of like change the names or something. Um, but whoever or whatever has been oppressing you, it's not going to be for long. So let me see what the Osiris card is talking about. They have a lot of cards in this deck. Okay, so the major gods, day 1, the birth of Osiris. It says resurrection and rebirth are essential components of Egyptian spirituality. They view death as the being of a step in the path of existence that continue on in the afterlife. Is there something in your present circumstances that you would like to end? A relationship, a job? This card is suggesting it's time for a change. You have recently had a loss of some kind and it's about to be reversed. So, whatever it is that is like closing out in your life, whatever it is that is leaving, it could feel like a grieving thing. It's a process of grievance. It has to come out. It has to pass through in order for this new energy to come into your life, or this new aspect of you, these gifts that you're about to activate. I'm telling you, you have to release in order to receive. Every spiritual initiation involves that, dying to the former self in order to resurrect to the new self, or to receive enlightenment, or whatever the fuck you believe in. Excuse my language. Baptism, when you get baptized, your sins are washed away and you are a new creature under Christ, right? Every religion seems to have that same thing. So dying to the ego, dying to the self in order to come into the true self, whatever. That's life, and it's a painful thing. Nobody talks about how painful it is. It might just seem like, okay, I'm going through a change, I'm going through an ending. Okay, no, that shit is painful. It's painful. what comes with death can feel like darkness and sadness and the end and grievance. But no, after that comes new life. Birth is a new beginning. So the process within itself, is not fun. It's not easy. But you've been going through these things. You've been having to kind of like go through the releasing process, which kind of is like spiritual vomit. It doesn't feel good when it comes up, but it's necessary. It makes you feel better after the fact. Like once you release it, you let it go. And maybe physically, for some of you, you are physically releasing things. So like if you've been sick or you've been vomiting or releasing back there, you've been crying, baby, even also as well. I always say those are forms of release. And on deeper levels, like if you're into like, deliverance work, spiritual work or exorcism, things like that, when the spirit is coming up, when you're releasing it, oftentimes it comes through like vomit or, coming out of your nose. Like I know it sounds disgusting, but sometimes that's how that stuff comes out. It is released. And see a healthcare physician. Now, I just want to put that disclaimer, but sometimes with women, like when we have these heavy menstrual cycles and all this stuff is being cleansed out, a lot of time, especially if you set the intention to release yourself of trauma in your womb, or you've been taking some type of herbs, or you just set that intention, you prayed, you did the work, that's stuff. It's like that is the purge, the release. So I don't want to get too deep because some of y'all are like, this bitch is crazy. This bitch is weird. What's she talking about? But if it resonates, it resonates. But if it doesn't, just let it roll off your bike, okay? So I'm gonna pull from the Magical Spirit Oracle deck to close this out, and then I have something for you guys at the end. So just stick around for that. Okay, Spirit. I love this deck so much. This is like one of my favorite Oracle decks I've bought ever. It's new to my collection, but you have Spirit of the Tree. So it says, if you are in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in the trees, nature priestess and inner peace. I'm going to read from the guidebook. It's number 12. So number 12, isn't number 12 the hangman in tarot? I think it is. The hangman, I think, is, and then number 13 would be the death card, right? But yeah, this is number 12. So let me see. My leg is asleep. My leg is asleep. Okay. So it says the affirmation, I am tuning into stillness, or I am tuning into stillness, peace, and ancient wisdom. If you have pulled this card, you are being guided to deeply connect and vibrate with the energy of nature at this time. It has so much to teach you, especially the spirit of the trees. If you can be still, present, and quiet and listen, only then will you understand that all it has to show you. An intelligence that has existed for millions of years, the power of deep breaths, ancient knowledge, and pure presence. The wisdom of the tree invites you to view abundance and existence in a whole new way, very different from the human way. It can teach you that you can too bear fruit. I need glasses, y'all, really bad. You don't need to push or force anything so hard. Our best work and flow comes from a state of ease and contentment, not stress and hurry. This card can also be an omen that you are cultivating inner peace and wisdom. Your soul has been seeking deep rest and a break from society. Listen to that. It's okay to take a break from it all. A priestess of nature must have time in spiritual solitude to connect with the forces unseen. As a vessel of spirit, this is where she draws her power from. There is a clean and steady stream that flows right beside you. Will you take a drink from these life-giving waters? They hold ancient secrets and can purify when you most need it, especially when your hands are dirty. Nature can help cleanse your soul after too much focus on city life or egoic desires. Trees have been here since the dawn of the earth, whereas humanity has only just arrived and seeks to conquer. We must remember our place alongside the trees. They are wise and ancient ones. They are intelligent in ways that are far beyond us, different from us. They are vital in sustaining life. We could not go on without them, but life would go on without us. So the manifestation enhancer, it says, sit or lie beside a tree spirit, meditate beneath it, and graciously ask for a vision or insight. Be patient. Thank it for beauty and precious oxygen that it provides. Communicate with it, touch it, feel and embody its energy. If you can, have a picnic outdoors, taking a book, a journal, or a drawing pad. For those of you that are writers or you have a block creatively, sit your ass by a tree that you're guided to with your journal, with your notepad, with your iPad, with your laptop, your phone. Get your note out, sit with it, ask God to reveal what you need to. Nature, spirit, Mama Gaia, show me what I need to know right now. Or you might just be there and then stuff just starts coming to you and just starts dropping to you, because where's that card at? We have Mama Gaia, and she looks like a tree. She looks like her stomach looks like the earth, like the globe of the earth, and the rest of her is a tree with flowers all around her. Take that energy in, okay? It says, bring the energy back with you into your life and bear fruit effortlessly. All right, I have something for you guys. I have this big ass case. I have to be careful with this because this is one of my precious instruments, and I have to be very careful with it, very gentle with it. First of all, this is my baby, okay? I'm sharing her with you. It's my clear quartz harp. Ooh, my clear quartz harp, and it's also the frequency of the heart chakra. So I have a lot of sound bowls that have the frequency of the heart chakra, but I have a lot of sound bowls. I'm only really supposed to have 7 sound bowls, but I have a whole bunch of sound bowls, and each of them are like different. So I do have the 7 chakra with different frequencies for each chakra, but I also have way too many heart chakra ones too. But this is one of my instruments. So I wanted to share this with you guys. So if you want to just take a deep breath, don't drive. Okay. If you're driving, don't listen to this. Don't close your eyes. Don't breathe in deeply, like nothing crazy. But if you are somewhere comfortable or you want to come back and listen to this, just ground your energy, maybe center yourself, listen to your heart, or place your hand over your heart, or send some healing energy over your heart. If you have a rose quartz or any stone that will help with the heart, sit with it. So I'm going to tap in. I don't know if you can hear it. I love her. I just love her. I don't know if you guys can hear her clearly, but this is my baby, okay? I love her. I love her so much. This is my baby. This is like one of my favorite sound instruments I have. I have this big ass sound bowl. It's a heart chakra. I call her Mama Gaia, actually, by the way. That's a heart chakra one. I should bring her out maybe in another reading, but she's huge. It's a big, big, okay, Mama Gaia, okay? I'll bring her out next time, but I hope that that healing energy sends to those who, you know, are open to receive that anyhow. And hope this message resonates with those who it's meant to resonate with. That this bless you, you guys. It might sound like I'm reiterating what I've said in a previous reading, but for those who are meant to receive it, however they're meant to hear it, or maybe you need to hear it again in another way, I don't know. But you're loved. Take care of yourself. Nobody's gonna love you more than you love yourself. So you might as well love yourself to the fullest while you're here and appreciate being here because it's purposeful. And it's up to you to find that purpose and that, you know, that calling. And that's it. We're gonna leave it at that. Okay. All right, let me close this out. Much love, y'all. Peace.